Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get it on your end.
Oh, you're gonna get it. Oh.
I'm gonna submit it here and just kind of see. I want to see if you're on the channel, see if it's better. It could be just my preview.
This and that go to the phone, and then from there to go to the Wi-Fi, or are these on the Wi-Fi as well?
No, I think it goes to the phone, and then the phone goes to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so yes, I don't think us going like this and seeing it there, it looking good. I think it will look good because it's Bluetoothing to those.
To the phone.
Yeah.
It's the Wi-Fi now.
But it was
now going out.
But it was freezing on there earlier. You guys kept freezing like pretty badly, whereas now
it's pretty good.
you can see you moving around.
So don't pick my nose now.
Yay!
It's itching.
I'm gonna call you back here.
Okay.
Can
Can they call your? Oh, I can't call your phone, eh?
You can call mine.
Hey, can I give you a different number to call? Yeah, it's a number.
250
250
417
417?
Yeah.
417
5599.
5599.
Now I'm going to put this one over there.
Is that the same one as before?
So that we don't.
No, this is a different number. So it's 250 417.
Not a device. Alright, what's the number?
250 417 5599.
She does this because she wants belly rubs. That's what that is.
All right, yeah, call that one back. Okay.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's get
yeah.
on TikTok live so that we can start doing something.
Oh, we're gonna turn that around. I'm turning that around.
Oh, hang on. I gotta name the line.
Okay.
So when he does call me, we're like,
He's gonna call
do
you.
we need to talk to him still?
Yeah, you can go in the background. Yeah. Oh, Jillian will probably we'll do our thing and then. Buckman. Who's Buckman? Oh.
Talk to Sean later about it. Fucking keyboard.
Yeah, right here.
I don't know his phone
All
work.
right.
Okay, so we've got it flipped, so we need to kind of.
Pan it over this way. Yeah. There. That's what you know. Put it up there.
And I can sit to the edge here and read comments. He's not touching it.
Okay.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because their only other option is putting the phone outside, which is not great because if the phone got cold,
Yeah.
and plus you can't change cameras with it outside.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
as close as it can get to the Wi-Fi. Yeah, like I stream kids' videos out here off that, so you guys should be good. Okay, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone now. Okay.
I'm gonna go live because it takes a while to join
Yeah. Yeah. It takes people. Yeah.
They are. They're hooking up to Twitter.
TikTok.
They're hooking up to TikTok. Sorry. I don't know. I'm not a social media guy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we're good with those cameras?
Talk to me, fine.
Yep.
Oh, it hung up.
Did it? It
Yeah.
doesn't like it there.
I think he was
Are
just
we
saying.
live? Are we live now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
there
think he
anybody
was just
coming
saying to put the cameras where we want them now.
Okay. Let's do that.
So
So.
somebody look at that and then tell me. No.
Oh.
Tell them to look at that one.
Okay. So that's Sheldon there. That's good. That
Yeah.
should be out front there.
Is this
Yeah.
where you want this camera?
Yeah,
Maybe keep one stationary.
Yeah, that one would be on him.
And then put that
And
one
then
in
this
the corner
one-
by the microwave.
By the microwave.
Or by your towel bag or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that look, Joe?
There's Sheldon.
Arm over.
Too bad.
Okay. I'm gonna put there.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
little bit better.
All right. Good. Okay.
I don't even remember what was
Okay, he just texted me coming through good.
Okay, coming through good. Let's go.
So are we live?
Are we? Go ahead.
Did someone call him?
You can call him back. There you go. What were we going to talk about now?
Well,
Disrupted.
He wants to know where the men at.
who wants
There's the men right there, Sammy.
to?
Yes, we're live.
So we're live here with Bikeman Garage Talk. We got Sheldon Kelly, shoe climber, sled farm athlete, backcountry pro athlete. Right?
Been a snowmobiler for a long enough.
Long
You can
time.
say that if you
So
want.
Sean, are we live on the YouTube, on the Facebook now?
Yeah, I see them on both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and I saw your text come through, so if you just text me, then yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we're good. I got a question on Facebook, but yeah, let's just kind of get people rolling in a little bit. Hopefully, and get people engaged and just let him talk.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye.
We were the first, so we're here. We're just a Sundays. Sundays is a maintenance day, and I'm not known for maintenance, so I got Sheldon.
Heavy mechanic for CAT for 15 years. Snowmobiler for I am 37 years old, so probably 33 years of riding a sled. My first year as a newborn, my dad held me in his arms on a sled, so I've been around snowmobiles my entire life. As you can see back here, I even have a little one for my little guy, and I double him around on that as well.
And that's the big.
So, and then the big sled that people have seen in Sled Farm is kind of hidden, but the Yamaha is back there.
Yeah. Yeah, the big 4-stroke back here, the big shoe climber. How many horsepower?
As many as you want.
As many as you want, eh?
Up to 300.
Up to 300. So all the shoes that you see in Sled Farm, Winter Nuts, and just social media. This is the sled that pretty much slayed pretty much all the shoots.
The Slade Super Shoot.
Super shoot.
Biggest chute ever been climbed.
Well, I'm sure you can get up a monster on this, no problem. Yeah, you're probably quarter throttle up there.
No, you're topping it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, go around the corners.
So we're just basically, I'm going to show you the setup that I use for my boxes. This is how I filmed in the backcountry to keep everything safe. But what I realized is I'm going to need a different box because my drone, as it goes in here, doesn't fit. So I'm going to need a deeper box because I'm going to start bringing my FPV drone into the backcountry because I want to start chasing guys in the trees. You know, get that in, get that close tree stuff. I might crash it, but
I've crashed mine.
yeah, so.
Yeah, when climbing one of the chutes in Revy, backed into a tree, and it just falls.
It just falls.
You come with spare blades for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we're gonna get these boxes on the back here. So I got the old Blair's tunnel. So basically, I would slide. I'm gonna slide bolts straight through here. So I got my bolts in here. Basically, you take this and you go like this and you slide it up through here.
You want to install those now?
Wait, can we just take a break for a second?
Yeah, you want to.
TM wants to know, should I cut my tunnel on my axis?
So, what kind of rider are you?
What kind of rider are you, TM?
Yeah. If you want to cut your, if you're into rear entries and bringing stuff, way over your head, cut your tunnel. Yeah. I think it cuts your warranty though.
He's a mountain rider.
Oh yeah. you can probably kiss your warranty goodbye, but.
It also depends if you're a
In
fabricator and you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, dropping it off somewhere costs some money.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's other upgrades that money can be spent on if this one might cost too much. where if you're going to be installing this yourself, you know, cutting all that on your own, doing the cooler mod, I believe the cooler's going to go bump forward.
Yes.
So then, yeah, it probably wouldn't cost nearly as much just to do it all yourself.
Yeah.
So it depends if you're getting a shop to do it or you yourself.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get a different bumper.
He would buy a kit, just don't know if it's worth it.
Well, like I said, are you having trouble bringing that sled over? Like, if you're not having any trouble bringing that sled, I don't see the need to cut it, but mostly they cut their sleds. They're going to be upside down a lot.
They do drag a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This will drag. So when you're cycling, this definitely will.
I understand you want to cut it.
Yeah, 100%. But you're also going to need to change your bumper.
Sheldon,
That's slash
oh, okay.
going from the same sled as this to this sled.
Yeah.
Notice the difference.
Right.
I mean, because you're slashed in,
Mm-hmm.
you don't drag.
That's right.
Where the factory access tunnel, you would drag, and I didn't know it until I rode one of the new Matrix sleds. So I understand why people want to cut these tunnels a little shorter.
Yeah.
Less chance of the drag.
And I think they make a slash kit now for these sleds.
No,
Yeah,
Sammy,
yeah.
he's not going to carry Sheldon on his shoulders like at a concert. Just keeps insisting.
Oh. But you also have to replace your bumper.
Long track backcountry, someone said. Trent said, hey, Blair.
Hey, Ackerman.
Yeah.
I'll get some tools for you.
Okay. Thanks, Sean. Back to this. So basically, I carry some camera equipment into the backcountry. In my back, but I tend to roll quite a lot. So I want to protect my equipment as much as I can. So basically, all I do is slide these in. Slide it up.
Sorry, I got behind. Where y'all ride?
I don't know.
Not
That's a tough
not
question.
specifically.
That's a tough
Just
question.
in general.
No Tell 'em Creek. That's a good spot.
The East.
Yeah.
Get the rear bumper and tunnel brace for the Matrix.
I saw you.
Rhymer's Rendering.
Yes.
It's so we're from Cranbrook, BC, and it's one of our local fab shops here in town, halfway between Cranbrook and Kimberley. So Rhymer's Rendering has an Instagram and a Facebook page, and those guys hooked me up. So I did the rear bumper last year, and then this year they've come out with the front as well. So I've got both on there. They also do under chassis protector guards. I don't know what you would say besides belly pan, which I have a plastic one on mine already, so I didn't purchase that. But yeah, look them up. Rhymer's Rendering. They're pretty
show you a
slick.
better view of that.
They're great fabricators, great powder coating. Pretty much, he's got CNC. You know, he can do pretty much anything you need. I have that on my boost. I have this bumper on my boost. My 163.
I can do it if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Captain, how many sleds do you own?
How many sleds do I own? Well, while we're working here, I can go on through the list. So I have my sled. This one here is the regular one that I ride. Got my Yamaha back there, and then that's actually the wife's Axis in the back. So that's just in 2019 800, and then that's the kid's sled,
The 120. Yeah.
the 120. And then I also have 4 classic sleds. I have a 1974 Polaris Colt, 1974 Arctic Panther, an old Snow Sport Rupp, and the Chaparral. So
I think you may need to explain what a chaparral is.
a Chaparral,
Yeah.
well, it's a 1969
Uh-huh.
440 Chaparral with
Yeah.
old bogey suspension. Back in the 60s, there was like 40 different sled manufacturers out there. A lot of the older guys like to gather these sleds up and rebuild them, which is what my dad likes to do as a hobby.
Yeah.
So he rebuilt this old Chaparral for me. It's not my thing because I'm hard on things. I actually built my Rupp into a rat rod, and that's a little bit more my style. It's got a bumper on it so that when you're out cruising around, you want to play bumper pass with the guy in front of you.
That's
It's a poker rudder. So
yeah.
it comes out once a year.
Yes, at the poker end. Yeah.
All right, CD wants to know where's there lots of snow.
Well, we're in the East Kootenays, and we were having a pretty, I'd say, I don't know, you've been here longer than me, Sheldon, so snowpack-wise, where are we at?
Went down south with the wife last week after that big dump, and there was, maybe if we were lucky, in the deepest places 3 feet.
Yeah. We got at Cooper Lake, we probed 150.
Yeah, so you guys have a little bit more.
A little more there. Plus, all that snow in Cooper blows down to the bottom, right?
So I don't know how many guys ride Revelstoke that are watching, but I've been looking at videos there, and like every year, it's always got more than everywhere else.
Yeah.
Somebody actually just asked, when are you heading to Revelstoke?
I will be heading there this weekend. If you're there, come say hi.
That's Jake the Sledman.
Yes, come say hi. You know, I'm very approachable. I'm usually probably talking my face off.
Where do you stay when you go to Revelstoke?
So we're staying at Glacier Lodge. Darren Pickering, it's his from All Seasons Motorsports. He puts a trip together every year. That may fall.
Move the TV.
Yeah.
I'll move it. It's just for.
I just noticed that it looked a little wobbly while I was holding it.
But yeah, I'll be in Revelstoke this weekend. We're staying at Glacier Lodge. We've rented 3 cabins, so you can access both riding areas, Frisbee and Boulder, via the connecting trails. I think West Side Connect from Boulder to
comes out on the power line.
That's right, comes out on the power line. So yeah, I'll be there this weekend with a group of 20, and it should be interesting.
Thank you.
Is that in the note case?
Yes, so
915. This
Yes.
is the 915.
You know, Pelican makes great cases, but you know, they're expensive. I found these on Amazon for I think they were $55. And it came with a set of foams, but you know, you can buy different foams for different setups. So obviously I'm gonna have to buy a deeper case for my drone, because it doesn't fit. Plus I need a place to keep my goggles.
You want to put the other one on too?
Sure, yeah, you can put that on. Appreciate that one. So I got my goggles and my drone. I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put it on my sled when we go film days. I won't take it on ride days because it's just in the way. If I'm not gonna use it, I'm not gonna bring it. But it's an FP1, so we'll fly 130 kilometers an hour. And seeing it fly in the tree. I'm not quite an manual yet, but manual you could you go trees, come up over the trees, and you know. So I want to get a kind of a different. I have never seen any FPV flying in the trees with sledders, so I want to get that feeling, because GoPros and 360s. They capture it, but they don't really capture it. They don't capture how steep it is, you know. And I think just being above or close to falling behind will change, you know, will show how technical tree riding is. Yeah.
Jake the Sledman is getting there Sunday night and will be there for a month.
For a month? Holy. Wait, you must go for free rider? Jeez.
Must have a wife.
Yeah. You got any
Zachary
kids?
thinks that the Nook is the best quality deal.
Yeah. For
Dwight?
$50, those case I you know, lunches, still everything in there.
Yeah, the plastic makes it good.
Yeah.
You lied to me about the top of your phone.
Why?
Because I asked you the other day, does the top have foam? And you said, yeah, it does.
It's right here.
Oh.
Watch out for the
Dwight says, I'm on the East Coast, Newfoundland.
Yeah.
That will be coming out in February.
If you give me enough heads up, like, don't get me wrong, we live 4 hours from Rebel, so it's just the top.
Danny says hi, and Chevys are good, says, how's she going? Named Chevys are good.
So, I couldn't find other bolts for that. I was going to just move on to this.
Yeah, no, you move on, I can do
that.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. So, one of the things I like to do at the start of each year with the sled, being that this was last year's sled, is grease everything. Last night I already did it, greased everything in the back, which also includes what a lot of people don't notice is the rod that is at the bottom of the shock on these sleds. So there's no grease nipple on these. And you can actually see, I made fun of Blair earlier, there is play in that bushing at the bottom lower end, I believe it was. Lower
Yes,
one.
that's right. That low, right disconnect right in here. Yeah. So
you need to collapse the spring a little bit. Then you can remove that rod out of there, put some grease into those, and pull them out. They actually come dry, and knowing that, because this sled is brand new, there's no grease in those. And there's an upside to that and a downside. The upside is they don't collect dirt and dust, but the way I look at it is we don't ride in dirt and dust on these snowmobiles. We have a lot of water, which creates rust, so I like to lubricate all the bushings and then maintain that every year. So the one thing I didn't get to last night was lubricating the ski bushings, which get neglected by a lot of riders and myself as well. So unless I blew the ski rubbers out, I wasn't taking them apart to grease them. So that's one thing I'm going to tackle, and I'll get that done here.
And I'm going to do a shameless plug here. So I'm going to be replacing that torsion bar with Pin Performance. So they make a torsion bar. What would they call that? A machined torsion bar for that. And they're also sending me ski bushings for the Blairs. They're custom. Trevor Hansen has started that company, and he makes a lot of cat products, but and some.
Are you okay, Sheldon, with that camera? Just watching you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just putting this on. So.
The Apollo Game Boy.
Just kind of kind of the kit I have on here. Yeah. There.
Yeah, someone was going to come onto the line and ask you about your clutch.
You wanted to know about the clutch setup, right?
Pop myself down right here and want to go with you. Perfect. And then I've got the Bikeman Facebook and YouTube just sitting there.
Okay.
Bits and pieces.
Alright, I'm gonna grab.
Sheldon's doing.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So
Got this
if you.
beautiful pups right here napping.
So I just want to kind of explain them the kit. So right now this is a 2020 Chaos. I ran the Bikeman Stage 1 kit for 4,000 kilometers. Ran like a top. Jimmy replaced the engine because Jimmy's a great guy and he just wanted to give me an engine. So we replaced the engine. Now we have a Stage 2 kit. So now fat pipe, wide pipe, exhaust, heads, and if you come over here.
Hang on, I'm gonna grab this camera real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the clutch cover. I think it's cyclone clutch cover. This one has the sniper weights in it. We just Zero Motorsports. We moved over the clutch weights to snipers. You can adjust them. We moved them to the heel just a bit, and just with doing that, you've seen the videos I posted the last day or so. This thing rips. We're naturally aspirated. Oh.
Yeah.
We good?
Okay.
On that.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
is my leg holding that up? I don't know what's happening right now.
Line that up with that, right? Yep. There we go. So yeah, just that slight clutching. I'm not going to say I know a ton about clutching.
Oh, our friend from Greenland is on again.
Oh, so Sheldon, you want to talk to this guy? He's the guys from Greenland that do the big shoes with the Yamahas.
Oh,
yeah. I can't pronounce his name because it's like 35 letters long.
Yeah.
Carl Junior Gangundel.
Yeah. I'll follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, we follow Instagram.
Their spring shoot climbing that they do is
big. It's big.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big.
I see why they do it in the spring.
Yeah.
Snow lost there too. Like riding was done here, and I thought everything melted there yet.
Yeah, they're ramping up. I guess they could probably ride right into July there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving the clutch weight just to the heel a bit has brought up the RPM to like 8250, 8300, and it just rips. Like it's noticeable power right away. And top end mid range, and then top end is. I notice the difference. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a tuner. I'm not a thing, but I notice the power right away. If you watch the Powerline videos I posted yesterday, there's usually a struggle to get up them in the early seasons because there's no base, right? So, but this thing, whew, she just ripped it right up there. These kits, I think stage 2 kit is $23.95 from Bikeman. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's American. But there are Canadian distributors. I think Sycamoose, Pacific Northwest, called. Or Sycamoose Outlets, I think, sells Bikeman stuff. So there are Canadian distributors. That can take. So you don't have to pay the duty and the exchange. So it's still a pretty reasonable price, as much as snowmobiling is reasonable.
Nice. Got it off there.
Right. What, replacing the bushing here, or just greasing it?
Greasing them.
Okay.
So there was grease on them. I think that's more your dealer that puts the skis on.
That's right.
But very minimal. And also it's dirty.
Yeah.
So before I get any wear on the ski bushings, new grease them up and just put them back on there. Some people like to change their ski bushings, which are not the ski bushings, ski rubbers.
Yeah.
As you can see, mine are getting more worn out. I haven't done this yet.
Yeah.
But that's a good time to re-grease these and
Right.
have to change these
Change those up. Now, you're always stock one, no aftermarket. Have you tried aftermarket?
rubbers.
Yeah.
I have not. No, it's been stock for me.
Yeah.
But I hear lots of talk of all these other ones that are out there that are not much better.
Right.
So I don't know if you know of any, but definitely fill me in if you know of some to try.
I'm usually an aftermarket ski guy, so they usually come with their own rubbers.
Larry says, nice shop.
Thank you.
That's just Sheldon, yeah. You talk about the shop.
Just took possession.
Square feet.
And that's not a GGB, Carl. That's a Bikeman.
What's that?
He was asking about the exhaust, whether it was GGB.
The exhaust here?
Yeah.
No, it's actual Bikeman. This is the Bikeman can. It's not. It's the mountain can. They do make a stinger, like a race can, but I don't. When I get my ski pole, I want my guy to be able to hear it. So, I just got. And they do make another can. They even call a quiet can.
Is it GGB, sir?
No, this is a Bikeman mountain can. So this is mountain. Yeah. So
GGB.
So the thing with Bikeman,
No,
you can buy pieces. You can buy pieces. You can buy clutch. You can buy head, but they all work together. So getting the whole kit is better than just piecing this here, that, and there. Just throw everything runs. Don't get me wrong. I understand that cost is a huge thing in people's lives. And you can only get what you can get, but when your buddies, when you're falling behind, your wallet opens up quick.
Nice.
So, but yeah, these got. So I'm running a high altitude heads right now. I have to run gas 50/50. I run a 94, but you can run a 91. But when my mid elevation head domes come in, then I'll just be able to do 91 pump gas, and it'll be a lot better on the wallet.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw, but we had a bit of a fall over there. I chopped up the whole front of the sled at once, and not just one side. And when I took the ski off, the sled fell off the stand and down onto the spindle. So now I'm just jacking one side up at a time.
It says I have only HPS exhaust on the link.
HPS.
That means that's Carl Reaver.
Heard of it? HPS? Yeah. Oh. HPS. Heard of it.
tapered or?
I've pretty much been a bike, when I first started, I had an MBR Twin King hauling, and I've been running bike for the last 3 years. Now they let me down. I've let myself down.
Many times.
Many times.
I put that camera up with a good view of both of you.
One time, Blair, he let me down.
I did?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
We were filming in Castle
Yeah.
for the sled farm, and they didn't do the snowcat tracks on the top of the mountain that year, 2 years ago, because of COVID. So we were having to go across the top of the mountain, and there was one spot on our way back that we rolled the sled, and it was like a sketchy spot at the top.
Yeah.
And it was on its side, and he was kind of crapping himself.
Yeah.
I could see that I needed to hop on a sled.
I humbled myself, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to make this a worse day. So I'm like, can you just jump on my sled? And I had no shame in my game at that point. I just wanted to get up, but that's the name of the game, you know.
Yeah.
But you caught some shoots that day.
We did. That was fun.
Yeah.
With Dion Lindley.
Dion Lindy, yeah. So these are the remnants of the crazy Canadians. Dan Davidoff, a few Boondocker films. Actually, when we were in Utah for the snow show, they did the best of Boondockers, right? So all the Boondocker guys were there, and they just all their old films. Who comes up? Chris Hudikoff.
Oh yeah.
In 1990, wherever it was, early 2000, there's Hootie jumping off shit, and and then Dan Davidoff coming. Everyone, I was cheering for Hootie. I was like, Hootie! But everyone's like,
Well, yeah. Dan was a big Thunderstruck guy.
That's right. Yeah.
So that cigar is the crew that he would have hung out with, and they climb all the chutes that Dan used to climb, and the Thunderstruck guys used to film. And it's still a big crew there.
That's right.
Tanner McNeil, I think, kind of leads it on social media with it.
Yeah.
And he's who we go meet up with, and the rest of his buddies.
Yeah.
The Lindley boys.
And they live up to their name.
Oh yeah.
They live up to their name. We won't go into details, but they live up to their name.
What's their name?
Crazy Canadian.
Oh.
Yeah, with a K. So 2 Ks. I think it's Sheldon said, if you watch Old Thunderstruck, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Put those back in backwards.
But I mean it too loud, mountain can GGB.
Yeah, I would. A lot of those, your horsepower. They sound good. They look good. You'll save the weight. But a lot of them I don't want to say any names, but they'll rob your horsepower.
They make them sound like they're making more.
Yes, right. And your neighbors will love
There's
it.
nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah.
If that's your style, then this will be it.
Yeah. Everyone, it's each their own. If we were all the same. So, where's that? Maybe wondering, any questions from Bikeman chat?
I'm not seeing anything.
So are these chat questions coming through?
They're coming through mine. My
The ones I'm reading are mostly
and then Bikeman ones will come through Sean.
I see. So I can't help but notice how dirty it is in here, Blair.
In my sled?
Holy moly, buddy.
Yeah. Usually I bring it over to Steve, and his guy does it for me.
Did you want to blow your clutches out?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, then once I put the ground.
Okay. And torque. I'm assuming that's why you want to change the gearing. Can you the belt drive wheel? Can you get a bigger wheel?
You can get.
Okay.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind when gearing it, not a lot of people know, is the old Polaris Pros actually had lower gearing than these Axis sleds.
Oh.
And you can take the gears off your quick drive.
Yeah.
And put the Polaris Pro gears on from 2012 to 2015. And that's a gear down.
And that's
automatically, which is what is in my wife's sled. So we found a shop that was parting out snowmobiles in Alberta.
Yeah.
And we bought 2 sets of Polaris Pro gears.
Yeah.
And in my 2019 850 I did them, and in her sled I did it.
And noticeable different
A little
bottom
bit,
end.
just a little bit more bottom end.
Yeah.
It's not something you're going to get on and rave about.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's, you know, those
It's a
little
good,
bits,
it's a good cheaper option than buying $1,000 TKI or Carl Cycles.
So hopefully that answers this question with gearing down boost, because that big sled over there, I actually geared it up, and the horsepower and the track speed that we can get out of those things is nuts.
Yeah.
But you blow belts.
Yes.
So a good reason to gear down, and I'll talk to the stock gearing, is just because I was blowing belts too often.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey Shane, if you can hear me, can you text the 250 number with the questions?
Just,
Just so I don't have to
it
use
is
my
Sean,
phone.
not Shane.
Sean, sorry. Because it seems like when I bring up the questions, I lose the feed.
Okay.
Okay, he texted them. Never mind, sorry.
Got it?
You did my phone?
Oh, he already said 15 minutes ago, do you want questions sent here? Okay, so Nitrous and Bias Supplies asked, what's the first upgrade I should do to my 2019 Indy XC 129-800?
Trail
My
question.
sled is geared down. My sled is geared down with 1 3/4 track, be mostly ditch banging. So what's the first upgrade that he should make to his 2019?
This is
Indy?
completely stock sled.
Sounds like it.
What is it? Indy?
It says his sled is geared down with a 1 3/4 inch track.
So engines, and it's that's that a triple? No, it's a
No.
Well, personal preference. What would you do? Your first
First thing,
$300 on the sled.
first that's a tough one. First $300. I'd probably do clutching if I could get it for 300. Clutching is number one. Clutching $300 can get you. Clutching's number one. Getting weight off your exhaust, getting that stock suitcase out of there is probably. I don't know a ton about trail sleds. I don't know a ton about trail sleds. I'm assuming they have the big suitcase cam in it. So you're dropping weight right there. It's going to cost a little more than $300 because cans nowadays are pretty expensive.
So that would be your first 400 though.
Yeah, your first first four.
And that's what I did. My
Clutches.
first upgrade was the can. I changed my can, but I like the cooker can. I like to cook lunch while I ride.
Right.
So I bought one that facilitated those needs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a cylinder head on this sled. So those are the 2 firsts that I did. I didn't do a clutch kit, but that's not so much because I didn't want to clutch it. It's just that I'm going to clutch it myself later to how I feel the RPM needs to be adjusted.
That's right.
And that's going to be after we get up into these mountains. I've only gone for 1 trail ride so far this year. I don't know where my RPM is at yet. So once I can see where my RPM's at, then I'll do a little bit of clutching myself.
Yeah, so on this sled, I wasn't quite getting 8250. I was getting around under load on the trail. I was getting my 8250, but when I got into deep snow, when I got into deep snow, I I was only getting around 78, 7,900 RPM. So I went back to my my mechanic, and with the sniper weights, they're so adjustable. So we just moved them a bit. I took it back out, and if you want to go check out how this thing runs, just hit up my Instagram or YouTube. It's my latest video going up the power line. The skis don't touch the ground. So, and not just because it's a chaos, but it's just got crazy ass power. You know, it's a good investment if you want an extra oomph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there another question we should read, or should I blow these up?
Sean.
Yeah.
Just to go back to your point where you were talking about some cans make the sled sound really powerful.
Yeah.
But whatever, Bikeman guarantees power gain.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Justin Levy says Dura Pro ski rubber.
Those are the ones I've heard about.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's Duro Pro and there's PWC Power Sports out of Alberta. They're also making their own. They were going to send me some, but because I run CA Pro, they come with their own stuff. So, but I heard they're getting Duro Pro. Mixed reviews, honestly. On they say they have a lifetime warranty, and then when you put in for warranty, they don't usually. This is mixed reviews from people. I don't want to brand bash or anything, but this is only from what I heard.
Kevin Polhill says hi.
Hey Kevin, guy from my hometown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. His kid's getting into snowcross racing. Yeah, that's all there is to do. That's it. Like the funniest thing is we can't ride. They're just the alders have grown. They're you just can't ride.
You have to have one massive snowfall dump to fill all the
We got one in 1996. We got 135 centimeters in one dumping.
Holy moly.
Yeah. This whole
We did that a few years ago here though too.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting in LAX, and funny story. Coming back from Arizona, we were in LAX, and these two guys on their thing. He's like, "Oh, we're going to California skiing." Driveway home, and he goes, "Where's that?" It's Kootenai. And they flew to Calgary.
Really?
Yeah. And then they just
Who knows where they went?
Who knows from there?
So
I was like,
Well, the snowfall we didn't need to.
Yeah.
I was snow biking out of my front yard and up the trail. There was so much. I was literally riding my.
Yeah, it was just
one and only time in my life I've had to shovel my roof off on my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, the gutters, I feel like we're gonna peel off.
Yeah. We I used to just let it slide off. One side of my house I can't even walk on because it's dangerous. Yeah.
So you said you said other day.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
And then what I did is I opened the secondary up. Did you do anything? So you just open it up like you're taking your belt off.
Yeah.
And you into the sheet.
So that helps with wear, right?
just need to change gears in booth 1.
Talking about they're talking about chain drive. So, yeah, I heard I want the belt drive more snappier than the chain drive. He goes, you can gear down. I think we were talking about earlier. You can gear down the chain drive. I don't know what the ratios are, but like you said, it's a cheap option.
It is.
Yeah.
Gears aren't cheap.
But
It's still a not bad idea.
Yeah.
For any sled out there, gearing down, which is why the quick drive 2s came out. They had the quick drive 2.
So
the gear down.
yes, yeah. So because I had the 3-inch paddle in the initial year of the chaos, I had to have chain drive. because the belt drive is only for the 275.
So in a boost though,
The 2.6.
he must be talking that he's turboed his own sled because they weren't boosted back then.
Okay.
Now, before you go and gear it, just keep in mind what kind of riding you're doing. Are you doing big, long pulls where you want the big track?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want the turbo to spool up quick and get your track
Yeah.
speed up quick? And it's going to max. It does pull those clutches down. Gear it down. Just watch your belt. It doesn't run to the bottom of the sheave in the secondary because the primary is basically maxing out when you're pulling, revving a little.
Mm-hmm.
There's a balance there. So when you do your gearing, you're going to have to do your clutching. It's a bit of work. So when you do dive into this one, just keep in mind that you're going to be tinkering consistently and all the time. So buying a set of fly.
I'm from Kimberley, Cranbrook, so the Kootenay Mountains in BC.
And I'm from Cranbrook.
Cranbrook?
Lived in Calgary for 5 years and then back to Cranbrook.
Someone wrote fuel tank recall LOL.
Yep. The boost right now is getting its recall stuff done.
It doesn't bother me.
No,
It's
well,
like, I don't know. It's not a big deal. I just don't. I get
well, like every year when I get one of my things like this and I let the air out, you know, then it started. Yeah, they, you know, and they only sit like I don't know when I finish in June, depending on.
You and me were on our last ride together.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Castlegar. We.
On Bikeman's YouTube, Justin Levy is asking what's new for this year.
What's new? What does he mean for sleds or for?
What's new that you guys are doing on
Okay,
sleds?
well, this year. So Justin, I know Justin helped me put on. Oh, Justin's over there. He helped me put this kit on. We called him because he used to work for Bikeman on the stage one. But the new this year is the sniper weights and the high altitude head. That's new on this. This what do you new?
I have a SLP head on my sled.
Yeah.
And that's all that I've done to it.
Yeah. And this thing, like, now that it's dialed in, it is noticeably. I think Joey had on the dyno. Perfect conditions, I know you can adjust the altitude at the shop, but that's what they had on the dyno. Obviously altitude, and there's a lot of things that'll bring it down, but
That's pretty good.
But yeah, like I was once the clutching got, how important clutching is. Now it's dialed in. It's just keeping the front end down now. that's the issue.
I'm sorry to hear that your kids are not well, but they can't send you a snowmobile.
They want us to send us over there.
Yeah, he said 7 for Ontario, you would make my kids day not well. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's sorry to hear that.
Send a sled. Sheldon Bay, Tyler Bluen.
Oh yeah.
Sheldon Kelly.
Yeah. Tyler.
Oh, you know Tyler?
Well, actually, they had a friend I went sledding with.
He uses your buddy ride.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had this guy, their friend, become friends. And then, because he was on a chaos one day, I nicked him chaos. It was like humor. He was struggling big time.
Yeah.
He did buy chaos, and he was a larger fella.
Yeah.
And he could not keep that sled's front end.
Yeah. And
Anywhere he went, it was like over
it
backwards.
was
Over backwards.
He said, Sheldon Kelly, see you January 21st.
I'll be there.
Tell Sheldon I say hi.
Well, where's my invite?
I'm sure there's a spare bed. I need someone to ride there with me.
Okay, well.
What are all the HP levels with torque length for the boost?
Okay, so hold on, I'll have to bring up. 2 tunes. There's a 222, and then there's a race gas tune. They don't know quite the horsepower. They're saying don't get me wrong, in the dyno they can really push it up. They were pushing it upwards, I think 270, but like that's if you want manual, like you're getting that high. You can talk about high horsepower more than I can.
I'm using it anymore.
Yeah.
What kind of riding are you doing?
Yeah, like I'm gonna put high boost, you know, it makes those shoots, not that, you know, when you have, power gives you confidence, maybe gives you overconfidence sometimes, but knowing that you have a sled that you know can make it to the top, because some, you know, we can't come down sometimes.
They get you into trouble.
Yeah.
That's caution with lots of horsepower.
That's, yeah.
It's going to flip over and
Yeah.
get you stuck.
Yes, yeah, those shoots got to be filled in and melted properly, and just where the sun's hitting it, right?
How you coming down?
Yeah, or you how?
You couldn't come up.
That was 20th Street. 20th Street. I went down.
Yeah. And the one in you went up, got stuck, and then Coran.
Oh, Coran.
Down,
Yeah.
helped you.
Yeah, and they got me down, but so I came from the corner. I came sweeping around that chute. You have to follow those groove lines. Right? Well, and I catch. Yeah.
Trees at the bottom of the chute.
Yeah.
It's not just an open mountain.
Uh-huh.
It's trees, and you
Yeah.
have to kind of sidle above the trees, and then up into the chute you go.
Yeah.
So when you come down, it's sketchy.
It's sketchy. I made it down, and I made it up.
So that's one of the situations where if you get into it.
That's right.
Okay, on Bikeman's YouTube, where are you guys riding this year? Like,
well,
where are you planning on? Like, any big rides or?
My only big actually have now, because I have a new old daughter. It's with these guys, Tyler and Sam. That is actually my only ride planned. But there is potential some ride going on with Alex and Hypnosis Media.
Yeah.
So Sled Farm will have some stuff going on later in the year. But for right now, because we have such good snow in our own area, we don't always have to.
We're chasing the snow.
We're chasing the snow early season.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually for people that are coming from renting sled, the mecca is Sycamoose, Yellowstone. You can easily, you know, I know in Fernie you can rent sleds too. You know, those are, but that's the mecca. So usually people will gravitate towards that area, and that leaves it for us.
Out to you from Sled Caroline.
Right?
Shout out.
G-Big. How about a Westport shout out? You know what that is? Yeah, because is he Tyler even from Thunder Bay? Because I think he's from outside of Thunder Bay.
So how did you meet him?
We have mutual friends, I think.
Oh,
and
so
just
social
sledding,
media.
yeah. And then I watch his stuff. He's a sledder, right? And I think he works at a mine. He's a miner, right? Yeah. So,
Heavy mechanic.
heavy duty
I
mechanic.
think he was here all summer.
Okay.
Working on the pipeline.
Yeah, he said he's from T-Bay.
Oh, he's from TV. Okay.
And he spent the summer here with his family.
Oh.
And now he's gone back. I don't know what job.
If we stick around, we'll start up the sleds in a little bit when they're done working on them.
Yeah. Everybody wants to hear the sleds. Yeah.
I'm gonna blow mine out real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see how much dust I have.
Yeah. I don't see any dust. No dust at all. In my defense, I don't like cold cement and lying on it. So I'm building a garage this summer. Have we committed to that pretty much?
Yeah.
I just need a place to do, and I want to set it up like it's a garage, but also so I can do sled reviews, do product reviews, but the right lighting, the right camera equipment, having everything, and just a live-in shop really. So when Jillian kicks me out of the house, I can just walk in the backyard.
It's the skate too.
Yeah, and that's right. And it's a place for my buddies to come over. I feel like you said, you gotta make it big enough, right?
Carl.
What's that? Oh, you gotta make it big enough.
Send a gift.
Oh, make it big enough for all your toys, and then so you have space, right?
to have a bay to work in.
Yes. Yes.
You can bring it back.
Yeah. I like that's the problem over at Missouri Motorsports right now. He's got heat in and out all day. Like
Every morning, pull it out.
Pull it out, bring it in. You know, you can't really leave anything outside.
Which isn't a problem. He's busy enough to fill it.
That's what I say. I go. This is not a complaint. He's like, no, it's not a complaint. He goes, I am busy. Yeah.
How many kilometers are you getting out of your drive belts?
You want one?
So I really kick myself in the face here, but I rolled 6. It's my first brand. I never changed the belt.
Really?
And it had 7,500 kilometers on it. I never changed the belt. Yeah, I know it stretches and I'm probably losing power. I talked to Sheridan about this. Just change the belt.
On a scale of 1 to 8, owning an Arctic.
That's a tricky question.
Hello, I remember it was a lie.
Yeah, Arctic. They're coming. They're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming.
My brother had an Alpha. And that thing frickin' ripped.
Yeah.
Bobby has an Alpha.
Yeah.
That thing rips.
Yeah.
They
And Josh is.
there's nothing wrong with them.
No, wait. That powder cloud track just hooks up. It hooks. I've ridden when you ride. It's throwing shit at you all day.
They work good. For an 800, they work good. The trap, the monorail.
Yeah.
Yes, they haven't released the new sled.
They haven't,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It'd be nice when they do, but my Viper is still a current model, and I am fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't have to upgrade my turbo.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
And Sheldon, how many kilometers do you get out of a drive belt?
So when you say drive belt, I assume going with the clutch.
Yeah.
And I probably 3,000 to 5,000. I'm lucky if I get 1,000 out of it. They literally just grenade and break in half and pile it in front of the plastics. I haven't had to change one.
Yeah. Show them. So you want to explain to TikTok what's going on over there?
So that is a boosted turbo
Here, where's that?
Viper.
Where's that?
Bring the tall camera.
Where is it? Oh, it's home.
So Boosted was a turbo company out of Alberta by name Blair. That's one of his turbo kits. With a 174 3-inch with a racer's edge skid. You gotta have the skid because you gotta be able to lock it out. There's little magnets that go into the couple back here. And the magnets stop the back skid from coupling, which stops you from wheeling, and then you can pour the power to the snow and
Yeah, this one is the big girl.
Yeah.
It is a big girl.
I honestly don't ride it until she's climbing.
But what about really, really deep days? Like if you like that snowfall we got 5 years ago.
It's hard to not ride the new sled.
Yeah, because they're
It's
so
so
Yeah,
much fun.
This sled here is Sheldon Kelly's
Yes.
shoe climbing sled.
Yeah.
Which you can see in the Sled Farm movies
Yes.
or Winter Nuts.
Winter Nuts, yeah.
Yeah, check out the Sled Farm movies and Winter Nuts.
Yeah. They're all on YouTube.
There's one of the YouTube videos that Alex filmed for us last year was the Super Shoot.
That's right.
Super Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's he had held that shoot for many years on Thunderstruck.
Yes.
And last year we were able to conquer that one.
Yeah.
It was quite a feat.
And you only get what? 2 runs at it usually? Like before that narrow part?
So
really?
I went through, I was basically chopping in my body trough because there were rocks on either side of you. There's not much.
Yeah, you just get, there's only enough space. And you can watch a beautiful job just setting the hype up for that thing. And it doesn't give you the degrees of slope, how steep those are.
And it's
Yeah.
so big.
And it's so big, it's so long.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was like a minute to climb it from bottom to top. All that in the Thunderstruck films. They
Yeah.
actually put the bottom to the top and they took the time it took to climb it.
And it was
massive.
minute.
It was a minute, I think they said.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, anyway, so the big sled. We'll ride it once in a while. If it's a deep day, someone says, man, take that thing out, I'll take it out. Otherwise, it sits here till spring.
Yeah.
It's set basically similar to an MC Express kit. Is what they rated.
Yeah.
But it does have a dial. And
91 pump gas or
91 pump gas, usually to 17 pounds.
Yeah.
94, obviously, if I feel like putting that in there. But then
Yeah.
when I start cranking it up to 19,
Yeah.
I'm going to want to put a little ab gas or race gas.
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Is that Julia's ride with the nice wrap on it?
It's a beautiful ride.
This is that. This I love it. This is. I remember when I first time I seen it in the parking lot. I was like, damn. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Carl wants to know the YouTube channel. So Captain Chaos has
Yeah.
a YouTube channel, and Winter Nuts ends with a Z. Right?
Yeah, Winter Nuts ends with a Z.
Right
Thank
here.
you. Right here.
Winter nuts.
Oh, thanks, Tyler. Tyler wrote the Winter Nuts or
Okay.
sled farm
Oh,
on the
yeah.
screen.
Thanks, bud. And this is a big power sled. This is Bikeman makes. Don't get me wrong. I think they make a big board kit for this. Yeah.
I got 4 miles on that little sled this year.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
any other sled this year so far. The kid loves riding around the yard.
Well, and that's. See, I always loved snowmobiling. Like, I never really got into snowmobiling until I bought my first sled, and unfortunately, my first sled was an 06 Dragon 900.
No one told them.
Nobody told me. Well,
Yeah, they're all like, sucker.
He bought that
No.
while at work. He called me and he was like, I'm buying a sled. And I was like, you need to look at it.
I'm sending my
he's
brother-in-law.
like, no, I'm sending my brother-in-law who doesn't even ride snowmobiles. And I was like, this is a
He
terrible
works for
idea.
the city. He's mechanically inclined. But anyway, he's like, yeah, I'm street real good, boom, boom. I get home. I take it out to my cousin's house. We're going riding. And as soon as I got it, I started to bob. And I was thinking about sleds. Ride, so I had to think. I'll put it all. And I thought it was the fuel filters. Then I tried the head gaskets. I thought maybe that was wrong. No, it was a crank seal.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I never did seize an engine.
No, it never seized. It only bobbed.
When you have a crank seal, it leaks because it's stuck.
Yeah.
You can lean the one side out. Actually, lean really bad.
Well, yeah.
An issue.
Well, I sold it to a guy here in Cranbrook, and $3,000 into it. He brought it over to, and he really got left on the side of the man ski off. And I called Jill, and I'm standing on the side of the Trans-Canada Highway. I'm like, hey,
I pulled up in my Nissan Versa.
and just pick me up, gonna do the sled. And then they came back with another ski and a thing, and I did it there, and I rode it back. But
Yeah, because you weren't lifting that into the back of your truck.
no,
Those things weighed as much as that thing.
Yeah, so I got to ride it, and I took it up to the fire guy. And then I just realized how much it didn't have. For a 900, it had no snot. And like when you drag your leg over, like I was pulling with all 55 pounds.
Well, that's awesome, Carl. Yeah, we put out a video today.
And yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, you guys did put a video of your
We
old
did.
sled, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. It was my best YouTube video.
Girl. No.
Join where? Here.
Next time.
Next time. Well, you should probably get it.
I had to unupholster the original seat, and then under here, you can just reupholstered. There should be a black strip that covers that up and makes it look a little neater. But yeah, they're super
Similar-
easy to put.
Changing the dirt.
I like about
And I
this
think
is rubber.
actually, I don't know about for Polaris,
This is
but
not
I know
leather. It's a rubber material.
I know for
So you
Arctic
stick,
Cat.
and you're a bit together. And I like. I had originally wrapped because I was like, oh man, I forgot. But now with the new wrap.
make sure you go watch Sled Farms and
The old Boosted crew that we rode with in Ravi.
Yeah, that speed.
I see a lot of them are selling their Skidoos. A lot of them rode the XM Skidoos.
Yeah.
They're finding
Yeah.
800 chassis.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a whole bunch of them selling their sleds off.
Yeah,
And
you know, the risk reward is, you know, now with the kids doing the re-entries and now it's freestyle in the backcountry, and you know, there's so many. The big long, like when I was young, I didn't own a snowmobile, but I watched Thundershock videos. I rented all those videos, and I was because it's ball, and then back in the day, it was. You know, and honestly, everyone likes to see a good. Is he the one that brought it away? Like he went, nope.
Dan David.
Turbo
Vector.
He brought it around. No, that was Kiss the Cornish, right? Yeah, that one's super famous. But there was one where a guy went up to shoot and he turned it around, but he launched off a rock. He launched like 50, 60 feet back down into the chute. It's off of Boondockers. Story. Those guys' legends will live on.
said finally a good live, so thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Maybe you let off to come
And sway bar or no sway bar?
Okay.
What's your opinions?
You first.
Me first. Okay, so on my on the Chaos, because it's so squirrely, I had no problem shifting this thing. So when I went to I wanted a more stable platform, but that's a stable platform. As soon as I took the sway bars off, I could shit hook a 163 like I could do a 155. But I kept the sway bars on this because I don't have any. I could shit hook this no problem. And Alex Hansen was the one who told me to do that, and he does it to all his machines.
Take some off.
Yeah.
Do you have your still?
I my
Okay. So I really enjoy a nice, comfortable ride back to the truck. Last year to try it, I didn't like the body roll in the trail. Then when I got to the mountains, what I noticed was that the shock would collapse on the left side when you were leaning to the left side, and you could feel the contours more of the snow underneath when you hit things.
Okay.
Where, for example, you hit an old trap.
Yeah.
I felt that it would hit it and it would kind of bump me the way I didn't like it and I wasn't used to it. Tension doesn't collapse quite the same on a side hill. The shock will stay out and stay a little stronger and stay a little firmer. Plow through those bumps.
Set up.
Which was more my style and what I liked. I wanted it to kind of force its way through stuff and there was to absorb it, stay firmer. So yes, it's going to be whatever you desire. It really is one bolt. And then in the mountains and you're doing a side hill, it's going to be personal preference. If you want that shock to kind of absorb a bit more, you might need to tighten your springs up. Or you would rather have it stiffer on your side hills.
So I hope that answers your question.
Great question.
Okay. Any more from Bike Man?
No, nothing yet.
Okay. Did you want something to drink?
I'm kind of thirsty.
Oh wait, I do have one. I have two. Here's a Canucks koozie.
Oh boy.
It's actually a brand logo koozie. Can't do that.
I'll just cover it with your hand.
Cover it, man. No.
Yeah, it's still in a koozie.
Alright. That was
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Check. So, what else? So my plans, I guess I'll just talk about my plans for the winter.
I'll talk to that camera.
Oh, here. I'll point this way a little bit better. My plans, I'm busy. So I'm going to try to vlog. I'm not gonna vlog every day because it's difficult on Jillian because she does most of all of the
Thank
editing.
you.
And then I'm gonna be going down to the States a lot. Hopefully go. And now I'm brain farting. Jared Sessions. He's the torque link tuner, him and Joey.
Oh.
He's down in Idaho Falls, I believe. So I'm gonna go down there. The bikeman's gonna bring the race trailer. We're gonna have a big event there. I don't know when it is. And then to be this year, 2024 shoot in Canada. So I was invited to that. That I don't know when that's going to be either.
Photo shoot?
Yeah, for the next year's
2024.
lineup of stuff. And then sled trips in between. You know, buddies coming here. You know,
Playing in Colorado.
in Colorado. I think that will end off the year. That one's at Beartooth Pass. And then I ride a lot with the local guys here. These guys have no names, but they can ride.